Now, as I mentioned, it's built by a global community of developers. So not only just starters or not only newbies, but professionals contribute to open source projects a lot, right? And that's what makes this open source project so diversified and open, I would say. Uh, so I would like to say anyone from anywhere in the world basically can contribute to a open source project, and that project can impact millions of people around you. We have sustainability and longevity. So basically, open source project doesn't go down even if the company or community basically goes down with it. The community can be again formed. The project can be again reformed. While it is not possible in closed source, right? So in closed source softwares, if the company or if the community goes down once, the software is lost forever, and we don't have the code or source code for it. So yeah, that's it. And open source is basically free from vendor lock-in. So no particular company or no particular community owns open source. I would say because there is basically decentralization of power in open source, and there are open source licenses which make this happen. Okay, so that's all about why open source matters, I guess. Now, why you should contribute to open source, and that's an important point. Okay, so now that we are known to what open source is and why it matters, let's dive into this. Okay, why you should contribute. So when you work on open source, you're not just writing code for yourself, right? So you're working with real teams and real developers across the world. Uh, and these developers, trust me, they are immensely brilliant people. Okay, contributing to open source, taking the time off the weekend and doing this for community. They are extremely skilled. These people do not get blocked anywhere. Okay, so these are the real unblockers, I would say, in the community. They teach you how to not get stuck at any point, and if you even if you're stuck, how can you ask for help and how can you unblock yourself to move forward. And this helps not only in open source but also in corporate job, I would say. In corporate job there are people who are trying to help you, but they expect you to unblock yourself at times. Okay, they are not to help you throughout the game. Okay, there will be times when you need to unblock yourself, and that's where open source contribution matters. So basically learning real world skills comes under this one. Okay, so not only this, but you also learn to use great tools like Git for when you contribute to open source. And these tools, trust me, help a lot um, in your day-to-day life, in your day-to-day development life, and your corporate life as well. Okay, so along with it, also you learn to understand the architecture of these big projects. So you can when you have to make your own project, you can refer to these architectures, these designs, why they are so effective, why are they doing particular thing in particular way, what does it make, why it makes it better, and things like that. Also, when you contribute to open source, you solve bugs, like real world bugs. So, and you also learn to reproduce bugs. That's a real quality of a developer, I would say. Then, very important point, you understand how to read other people's code. So basically, not just reading your code is not sufficient. It's definitely not sufficient. But what you should mainly have as a developer is you should know how to read other people's code. Yeah, definitely AI helps us in today's life to understand how what others have written and why they have written things like that. But trust me, when you yourself get into the code and uh, even if you are using AI, that doesn't matter a lot. But basically, what matters is you have the curiosity to understand what other people have written and why other people have chosen a particular way to write this block of code or that block of code. And basically, yeah, the curiosity leads you to a better development life cycle. Um, yeah, and this is the kind of learning that you can't always get in college, right? So yeah, our syllabus is there and it covers almost many things in computer science field. Um in today's world, what is needed in corporate job, it covers a lot. But I would say this type of knowledge you will never get in college world. Okay, it's practical, it's hands-on experience, and it really levels you up as a developer. Um, a very strong point is you build your own network. Okay, so you'll connect with developers from all over the world. You'll meet mentors, collaborators, and maybe even future teammates. Who knows? Trust me, the open source community is super welcoming, and especially for beginners, it is super welcoming. uh, Boost your resume. I know it sounds a great word, right? So you can boost your resume a lot by contributing to open source. Companies love candidates who have open source experience. Trust me, they love those candidates. And why? Because it shows that you have worked on real projects, right? And you know how to collaborate, and you can solve problems outside of classroom assignments. And that's what matters to these companies, your innovation. And the last and the most important point, I would say, you give back to community. So open source is free, and most of you use it every day. And so when you contribute, you're not just helping yourself, but you're also helping thousands of people who use that software daily. It's a great feeling to know that your work is making some difference, right? Okay. And as you know, you don't have to be an expert to start contributing to open source. You can contribute as a student, as a beginner, and right now. So there are a few types of contributions in open source. Mainly, everyone thinks open source contribution includes software and code fixes, right? But that's not completely true. Okay, there are code contributions, and they are foremost contributions in open source world. But it is not limited to just code contributions. So first of all comes code contribution. This is what most people think of first, right? So you can add new features, fix bugs, and improve performance of the code, or clean up old code. Even small changes are super valuable in code contributions. Okay, and yeah, code contribution is treated as the highest level of contribution you can make to open source. But even if you make other contributions, they are equally important in open source world, because open source world is like science, right? It grows with everybody's contributions. If someone says I will not contribute to this, then uh, the world will not go ahead. Okay. So second type of contribution is documentation. You can improve the readme files. You can add tutorials for the project. You can do typo fixes in basically documentations. There are bug reports. So if you are using any open source software, you can and if you find some issues in it, you can report those issues to the open source community, which is maintaining the software, and that is a huge help to the community to solve bugs. Then there is a design. You can contribute UI UX to the community, graphics and accessibility codes, etc. Uh, Community support is also a very important contribution when it comes to open source. So if you are well aware of the project, if you are well aware of some open source project, and then you can mentor other people who are starting with the project, right? You can tell them how these things work, or that thing work, basically. Uh, then comes advocacy, basically share, promote, and grow the project. So, okay, where to find projects, right? So there are many alternatives, many sources where you can find great projects to start with in open source. Okay, So first of all, GitHub. GitHub will be the most prominent in this. GitHub is currently holding the largest number of open source projects, and from TensorFlow, Kubernetes, even Linux kernel has its code on GitHub now. So basically, when you go to the project, you can see good first issue tags in issues under the project. That's where you will find your good first issues to solve. Then there are few repos and few websites which can also help you find beginner friendly projects. For example, first contributions is a repo which tells you how to start with contribution. Okay, so what will be the cycle of contribution? So first you have to fork the repo, you have to clone it. If you have to make a different branch, you have to make changes, and then you have to push. Uh, all that cycle is explained in this first contributions repo. Please check it out if you are a complete beginner. It will really help you, and just follow the steps. You do not have to do anything other than following the steps. Okay, it will help you get started with open source, and it will also get you started with making a first contribution. Okay. Then Up for Grabs is a nice website. People post their local projects, local open source projects, and beginner friendly issues with it, which you can check out and solve. Okay. Then there's one more repo called Awesome for Beginners. It is on GitHub. Uh, it is a nice curated project list for beginner friendly. Okay, beginners basically. Then there's Hacktoberfest and GSoC like events, which also have a lot of projects listed on them, where you can find projects which uh, basically uh, you find interesting, and you can start contributing to those projects. Other than this, I would like to tell you about EddieHub, Code Trash, and First Timers Only. These websites are great for finding beginner-friendly issues and beginner-friendly projects. Okay, please try these websites. So yeah, what after finding the project, right? So now this is the most important part. Uh, when you have chosen the right project you want to contribute in, what after doing that, right? And one more point I would like to introduce in this is, while finding the project, there are few ways you can find the project. Okay, so it can be basically on interest. Okay, so there are tons and tons of repos, right? And tons of projects. So you can pick any one of them by your interest. Okay, that's number one point. And number two point is pick by skills. So if you are familiar with a particular skill, suppose if you are familiar with Python, then you can go with projects that are written in Python. Okay, so basically you don't have to study a lot before contributing to that project, right? But if you go by interest, you will have to study that particular technology and that particular tech stack to contribute into that project. Just yeah. And then again, you can pick by domain also. So if you are interested in mobile app development, then there are projects like Flutter and Dart. If you are interested in web development, then there are projects like React, Electron, etc. So these 3 points are important to find a project based on interest, based on skills, and based on domains. Um, whichever incentive gives you the most thrill, I would say go by it. Okay. And if you want to make a open source contribution as early as possible, then I would say go by skills which you already are familiar with and you have worked on. So that will make contributing to that project easy. Okay. Uh, okay. So based on these points, you can find the project and find the project from these sources which I mentioned, right? These are the sources. You can take a screenshot if you want. Okay. So after you've just a second. Am I audible still?
Yes, you are.
Great. So okay. First of all, I would say read the README file. The README is the heart of the project. Okay, it usually explains what the project does, how to set it up, and sometimes even how to contribute. Okay, they mention everything, and don't skip the README at all in for any project. And reading the README properly will save you from asking very basic questions later, which can result into frustration of mentors and all. Then check contribution guidelines. Most good open source projects will have a file called contributing.md or contributors.md. And trust me, if some project does not have that file, it is not yet um, properly community driven. Okay, so that file must exist in some project, and you have to find it and you have to read the file. uh, Basically contributing.md will be the name of the file. This file explains exactly how you are supposed to contribute. For example, it might say, please write tests, please follow this coding style, please make pull requests to the develop branch, not main. Reading this carefully will help you avoid silly mistakes that could get your PR rejected. Okay. uh, so then comes browse open issues. So go to the issues tab inside GitHub and uh, uh, other resources like GitLab and all. Look for tags like good first issues or beginner friendly. Or if you can't find good first issue or beginner friendly issue, one tip I would like to give you: go with bugs. Okay, bugs are the easiest to solve. Okay, and these are the issues that are perfect for someone just starting out. Okay, read the issue carefully. After finding the issue, after picking the issue, read the issue carefully and see if you can understand what's expected to do in it. Okay, if you are not able to understand, it's okay. But if it seems easy, you just have to follow next steps. And if it seems too hard for you to solve, then just leave that issue and hop on to the next issue. Okay, then comes setting up your project locally. uh, this might take some time. Okay, so many projects are complex and they are difficult to set up locally. um, but here you can take help of the community, OSS community, right? So you can reach out to anyone in the community, and we will help, we will surely help you set up your project locally. Okay, and this means basically running the project on your computer. Okay, follow the installation steps from the README will have the installation steps. Okay, and it's normal to face errors, I would say, in this step. Okay, don't panic. Google is your best friend here. And you can always also ask the project's community for help if you get stuck in anywhere. Okay, they are very friendly people, they are very open, and they want contributions. Okay, they don't have people to contribute to their open source projects taking their weekend off. Okay, so they want you to contribute in their projects. Okay, they are very sweet people, I would say. Then comes explore the code base. uh, and explore the code base only related to your issue, not the entire code base. Okay, I would say basically, if you are interested in some project, look at the basic architecture, the most high level architecture you can find on net. Okay, for that open source project, just just understand how that architecture is, where the flow is going, and how the components are working, very basic. And then you can know in which component of the architecture is your issue related to, right? And then you can just see the code base of that issue in the architecture. Okay, you don't have to go and read the entire code base. That's literally impossible for anyone out there. Okay, okay, so try to understand where the files related to your issues are. Basically, you don't need to understand the entire project right away. Just focus on the parts that link to the issue you want to solve. Okay, this is a very important point. Okay, everyone tries to go in deep into other things, like just unnecessary things which are not even related to their issues, and then they say ki it's a lot of effort to contribute to open source. Okay, it's generally not. Okay, then fork and clone the repo once you have explored the code base in GitHub or etc. Or first of all, you can fork and clone the repo, and then you can explore the code base locally, however you feel, right? Forking is basically making a copy of the actual project in your own GitHub account. Okay, and cloning is downloading that copy to your computer. You know what cloning is, I suppose, git clone. uh, so and after cloning, you have to make another branch. Generally you have to make another branch from main or master, and you have to change your code on that branch, and then you have to push that branch onto your cloned onto your forked repo basically. Okay. And yeah, then after cloning the repo, you can start working on the issue once you know where the files are. Okay. And so now at this step, basically you are ready to actually start coding or making your changes. Okay. It could also be a typo, a small bug fix, a great improvement, doesn't matter. Okay. You're contributing, that's what matters. uh, yeah. Now take your time here. Okay, this step will consume the most time. Okay, so take your time and make sure you understand what you are changing. Okay. uh, Definitely take help of AI and all, but you should know what you are changing exactly. Okay, so you don't have to, you don't want the code to break or something like that, right? And after making the changes, test your changes. Okay, there will be test suites available in most of the projects, but if even if they are not available, you can just check if your changes are working or not. Suppose you developed an API in web development project, and you just have to check that API if it is working or not. You can just do it by literal postman call or a curl call. Okay. Testing is basically not that hard. For some projects it is, but for main projects no. And once you make your changes, once you test your changes, then you can push the branch. Okay. uh, so you can push your branch to the remote repository wherever the code is held. Okay. most of the in most of the cases it will be GitHub only, so you have to push your code onto the GitHub, and then go to the GitHub and click on compare and pull request option. Okay, there will be an option where it will be written compare and pull request in clear words, and you just have to click that button, and that will open a pull request for you. So what is a pull request? Basically you are saying that, hey, I forked your repo, I cloned it, I made some changes, I pushed those changes onto my branch. Now my branch is having those changes, but I want to contribute to the main code, right? Not just my code. I don't have to use it, right? So people are gonna use it from the main code base, right? So I want to merge my changes, my code with your code. So please pull my request. Okay. Please take my request into your main code base. That's what a pull request is basically. Okay. You can say in simple way, your official way to submit your work, okay, to the main code base. That's what a pull request is. And then obviously don't forget to join the community and engage with maintainers. This is a very crucial step actually. People most of the times ignore this step. They don't like to engage with maintainers. They don't like to engage with people who are maintaining the project basically. But trust me, if you get stuck anywhere, if you get blocked, these people are the uh, pathway to basically get yourself unblocked in any situation. Okay. They know the entire project throughout well. Okay. And they can help you guide uh, through your issue very easily. They can even tell you where your issue files may be located. So you don't even have to look at the architecture of the project, as I mentioned earlier. You can just contact them. You can just tell them, hey, I want to solve this issue. Can you please tell me where these files might be located in the code base? If he knows, he will definitely help, and he or she will definitely tell you where the code files will be, and you can directly go to those files and make changes. That will make your life a lot easier. Okay. And so basically this is the complete flow step by step, and once you have done it a few times, it starts to feel like home. Okay. I know this might feel overwhelming. This 9-10 steps are actual mess if you ask me, but once once you do these steps 3-4 times now, they become like uh, home, I can say. Okay. you feel like, yeah, okay, so this is the code base I want to contribute. Let's fork it, let's clone it, let's make changes, and let's push, and let's make a pull request, and done. Okay. Trust me, I also had a lot of issues in contributing to open source at the start, but after doing these steps now, few times, now it feels very lenient. Okay. So basically, let's study a little bit of anatomy of GitHub repository. So in GitHub, what you will find, okay, what you have to look for basically, there are key files called readme.md, which gives the project overview, and most probably there will be an architecture diagram in this readme.md file also. Um, Most probably, generally, it might be there, it might not. Okay. Then there's a contributing.md file, which tells you how to contribute to the particular project. And trust me, they are very simple English files. Okay. They will explain you exactly what you have to do to contribute. And then there's a license file, which you can ignore for now. Um, then there are issues tabs. So there is an issue tab in each project in GitHub. You have to go and click on that issues tab, and there are basically problems which are currently open in the list, okay, and which anybody can solve. So you have to pick one issue or pick one problem for that from that which you think you can solve, and then you have to comment on it that hey, basically I want to solve these issues, can you assign it to me? If they are open to assigning it to you, you can contribute to the issue. If they say ki someone is already working on that issue, then bad luck, pick up the next issue. Okay. Then there is a I explained you what are pull requests. They are basically submitting your work to the main code base. And then there is commits. You can see each and every commit on GitHub. Okay, not only GitHub, any remote repository site. Okay, these commits tell you the changes over time. Okay, you can click on each commit and you can see which file has changed and which code has been added and which code has been deleted from the commits, from the code base. Okay, these are super helpful. Okay, track changes. Okay. There's this website called the First Contributions. Just a second. Yeah, so as I mentioned, the First Contributions website, in which anybody can make easy contributions, your first contribution to the open source world. Uh, okay, so this is the README file basically, which I was talking about. Okay, see, they have given a basic description of the project. They have given a screenshots on the steps that you can follow. First step is they are saying fork the repository. There will be a fork button here, which you can click on to fork this repository into your. Okay. Then you have to clone the repository. When you click on the code button, there is a link which you can use it to clone, get clone, and then that link you have to paste. They've given very clear examples and all. Okay. Then they are saying create a new branch. Okay. So they are saying go to that cloned repository first, then create a new branch basically and switch to that branch, and then make necessary commit changes. So basically what this file helps you is to add your name in the contributors list. Okay, there are tons of contributors added to this list, and you can add your own name to it. Okay, so at the end of this tutorial, you will have your name added to one of the files here. Okay, on this repo, you can see it online from anywhere. Okay. Um, yeah, then after creating a branch, make necessary changes. Basically, add your name to this contributors.md file, and then git add, git commit, and after committing, you have to push your changes to the GitHub using this command. Okay, so git push origin, and then the branch, the name of your branch. Okay, and once you push it, it will get pushed onto your account's repo, right? The forked repo, and then you can click on this button, compare and pull request, which will be there, okay, clearly visible. And once you click on this button, it will open a pull request, okay, and it will open a pull request. See, here you can say, see that this is going from this is you slash first contribution. So this will be your account slash first contributions, and on this is your branch, okay. Two, it will go to first contributions under master, which is this one, first contribution, right? So basically you are saying, just merge my code into your code base, the main code base. And once you do this, you will have your first contribution done, okay. uh, Please check it out. It's a great website. Okay. Okay. So few tips I would like to give you. Start small always. Don't go for I have to solve this big issue and I have to solve that issue. Even if they seem cool, they are hard to solve at uh, beginner level. Okay. So just start small. Look for good first issues, or I would say don't go for good first issues. Just go for minor bugs. Minor bugs are the easiest to solve. Trust me. Or otherwise you can just fix typos, and you can just fix documentation errors and all. Okay, we have all started from this only. Okay, so I used to I have solved documentation errors and linting errors in the code. Okay, uh, from that's where you can start. Okay, then read guidelines carefully. As I mentioned, readme file and contributing file are mandatory to read if they have it in the project. Okay, then be patient and respectful, because even if you ask someone from the community to help you out, they might take some time to reply. Okay, they are very busy people. They first of all work on their corporate life also, and then they voluntarily work on open source world also. So be patient and respectful. Also, your time zone may not match, so be patient on that also. Just give me a second. Oh, yeah. And ask questions. It's not only okay to ask questions, but also expected to ask questions if you are stuck anywhere. Okay, they are very humble people. I'm again repeating it. They're very humble people. They will help you out in any situation, and it's okay to break things, but locally. Once you clone the repo, you can try out anything you want in that repo, and you can break things. You can clone it again and again, right? So it doesn't matter a lot. Uh, Maintainers are not scary. Everyone thinks talking with maintainers will be a lot of effort, because you will have to know the skill level of that person or something like that. No, it's nothing like that. Those maintainers are very considerate people. They they know you are a beginner, and they treat you like one. Okay, they are very humble people. And yeah, even fixing typos is a legit win. Trust me, fixing typos in a code base is also a very core contribution and very important contribution to make. Okay, it's nothing less, and it's nothing more than code contributions. Okay. Yeah, if you have any questions, we can take those up.
There was a line in the slide which said he join communities. So what is that exactly like? Is there a specific?
Yeah, so each open source project will have their own communities, and where they communicate with each other basically. Okay, so if we 10 people have a open source project, we will have to communicate with each other, right? We cannot sit at one place. So people who are contributing to open source are from varied regions in the world. Okay, so basically this is a community where you can join and communicate with your maintainers, with your mentors, with anyone. Okay, and these communities may be in different forms. So few people in open source, few communities in open source, they love to use Slack as their main communication channel. Few people use IRC, okay, labor chat, etc. Okay, And
Okay.
few communities like Linux community, they love to use mailing lists. Okay, you just have to mail them everything. Okay, and mailing lists are basically you send a mail to the mailing list, and it will get distributed to everyone who are subscribed to that mailing list. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
And yeah, a few incentives to contribute in open source is definitely money. Uh, Programs like Google Summer of Code and other programs give you a lot of money, in sense that you are a student. They pay you up to $3,000, or a few projects like Outreachy. Outreachy is basically for girls, I will say. Uh, they have 94% of the contributors as girls. They take girls only, and especially from India, they take only girls. Okay, and it's kind of easy to get into Outreach community, and Outreachy pays you almost $6,000 for the project to complete. Okay, it's a it's a great amount of money. There is GSoC, there is Outreachy, there is LFX mentorship programs, in which Anish currently is contributing. Right, it's also a great program to contribute for open source. They also pay a lot of money, up to $3,000, $5,000 based on your project. Then there is also a Google Season of Docs project, which I think is now closed. But what Google Season of Docs used to do is you can contribute to documentation basically. Okay, under it, and you will get paid for contributing to just documentation. Then there was Winter of Code, which was initially for just girls, but later they opened it for everyone. And then there's Digital Oceans Hacktoberfest event, in which anybody can contribute in the month of October uh, to open source community and get started with open source contributions. Yeah, these are some incentives of contributing to open source if you are not convinced. Yeah, yeah, sure, I will do. Mhm. Uh, uh, I'm not contributing to DeepMind, Kshitij. I'm not doing. Yeah, yeah. The experience is great so far. Although contributing to Linux Foundation is not that great of an experience because the community is very busy, and they don't take a lot of calls and meetups, etc. But other communities like SK Time community, for example, which is a time series data analysis community, they have a great community, and they take a lot of meetups, and they even provide you a summer trip to Europe, I guess, summer or winter trip to Europe, free of cost. That's a great incentive to contribute in open source, I guess. And my experience, talking about my experience, it's great. I'm contributing to code. I've raised some PRs, and it's going well. That's a lot to do. Uh, no, I have particularly requested them to shift on Slack for the communication. So all our communication is done on Slack. And one more thing I would like to say, not just money incentive, but also when you contribute to these projects, and basically I'm talking about making connections, right? Making your community, making your network basically. So I would like to say that one of my mentors is working in Rubrik. Okay, so and so basically I have a clear pathway for Rubik referral. Okay, so and one of my other mentors is working in DoorDash, so he has also asked me if I'm interested to work in that company and all. So that's what open source gives you. Okay, so that's what network gives you, and open source helps you build that network in a lot of sense. So yeah, network matters a lot in this upcoming world. Trust me, your skill issues, your your coding issues, your understanding levels will not matter that much as your network matters. Okay, if you know how to sweet talk, if you know how to build your network, if you know how to communicate with people, if you know how to get the things done from people, you are winning this game. This might be a controversial thing, but I personally feel your technical skills doesn't matter that much as your communication skills and network skills matters in this world. Anything can happen. The world can change if you have a good network and good communication skills. Trust me.
Hey Sujal,
Huh.
so what did you have to do to basically get it, contribute to this project? Like, what sort of non-technical things did you have to do?
Oh,
Because I imagine
yeah.
there must be a lot of competition
Yeah.
for a big for a big project like this, right?
Mhm.
So yeah,
So
what did you do?
yeah, apart from making contributions, which everyone do apparently, right? Everybody makes contributions to the project and code base, and that's something you are expected to do. But what stands you out, I feel, in these kind of projects and this kind of organizations is you communicate with your mentor a lot. You ask a lot of questions to them. You make them aware that you are the right candidate for this project, or you are the right choice. Okay, and even if you're not, okay, let me be straight here. Even if you're not, just trust me, your networking will get you opportunities. And yeah, apart from coding, I have communicated with mentors a lot. I've sweet talk. I've basically convinced them how I'm the right person for this project. And trust me, that only helps the most. Even in corporate jobs, even in corporate worlds, I think networking and skills of communications matter a lot in your promotions and in other things also.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi. I wanted to ask something about like
Yeah.
contributing to something that is like related to piracy. Like, is it a valid contribution, or like, is it something that you should do?
Contributing to piracy.
Yeah, like contributing to softwares which are like open source and which are like supporting piracy.
This will come under philosophy, but I would say yeah, it's okay to contribute if the project is open to contributions, and if they're taking contributions, then you can definitely contribute to it.
But like, is it a legible contribution, like something that would not get you into any sort of trouble?
Talking about trouble, I will suggest you first checking out other contributors which are making contributions to that uh, whatever project you're mentioning, and see if they have some history of getting into trouble or not.
All right.
If there is any shady thing going on, please don't contribute to it. I would have highly suggest. if if it seems legitimate, and if it's for good and for open knowledge purpose, then I would say go for it.
Thank you.
Basically, you must be knowing a website called Sci-Hub, right? It provides you open papers, or all those papers which are not freely available in this world. Uh, the Sci-Hub website provides those papers free of cost. Okay, so they are basically a piracy thing, but
Yeah.
I personally feel the project maintainer's motive is a very genuine motive, and that is the knowledge should be open for all. Okay, and I support that cause.
Understandable. Thank you for your answer.
Yeah. Okay, then if there are no further questions, we can wrap up. Yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
Yeah, so guys, I just had a small announcement to make before you guys leave. So tomorrow we'll be releasing the official website for our uh, for our community, and so we are planning to make it open source. So you guys can make it. So you guys can help us make it better, basically. So yeah, we'll be making an official announcement about this on the community, and yeah, I can't wait to see your contributions.
Great. I
Uh,
feel this community can grow a lot, okay, in our college if you all juniors take this seriously and continue this, it will grow a lot. Trust me.
I feel like this will be the first serious, a development focused club.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
Everyone else is just behind making events and all. And
yeah.
it's a great initiative. Expect contributions from me for the website. Yeah, Trupti.
If we want to make contributions to the website that y'all are releasing tomorrow, how exactly can we go about it?
Yeah, so we will be including a contributions.md as Sujal had mentioned in today's session. So yeah, we will be guiding you guys and also posting on WhatsApp about the contributions process, basically. Yeah,
Let's
and
do
we are
one
the
thing.
maintainers for now.
Yeah, let's do one thing. So some of you take a session on contributing to an issue on that website. No? That will be a live demo also.
Yeah, nice idea.
if there are no more questions, I'd like to conclude the session today. Thank you, Sujal, so much for your insightful walkthrough. From setting up our first PR to understanding how communities exactly work, you gave us a confidence to start our journey even as beginners. I would like to thank everyone today who decided to attend this session, and I hope that even in the future sessions, we'll have the same amount of participation and enthusiasm. Anyways, we have more in store, and if you have any questions or need any guidance, you can contact anyone from the group. Thank you for joining.